Your love, I'm gonna make you mine. There's something special about your love. I think it's one of a kind.
Do you remember going to whatever, I don't remember what all white party it was, but it was
of course, yeah.
Okay, so we went to one in like Fort Lauderdale Beach or whatever. Do you remember the time?
I'll concede that I don't think my behavior was the best.
Okay, they don't know the story, babe. Let me tell the story.
I know.
Okay, tell the story.
Yeah.
So story time was I went to this all-white party, the Jamaican all-white party. From what I can remember, this was how many years ago? Maybe like 7, 8 years ago?
Yeah, it was a long time
Whatever.
ago.
So this is before baby. And I can't say that I'm one of those hype girls. Like, I'll cuss you out at with every interaction. But
so it was me, you, Nick.
Yes.
Who else was there?
Yes. So me, you, Nick. Nick
I
was talking to another
lady. This girl.
At that time. Yeah. So yeah, and her cousin. So it was a bunch of us, right? This man next to me was having the time of his life, right? But he stepped on me.
A group of people were together.
Yeah. Yes. But you were kind of interacting over on this side, so you didn't see it happen. I was standing kind of on this side next to them, and I don't think I was in their way, but I was kind of like closer to their side of the table.
Though. It was one of those things where it wasn't leaving a table. They were like in a circle, and people do this whether they go to a Disney park, whether they go to a party, they go to the club. They pay their money and you're there to have fun, but like, you're amongst other people. So this is not your own private thing, right? So like, you can't do the whole man spread. You can't decide, oh, you're gonna do the black people laugh and run and bounce and jump.
You're not the only one.
You're not the only one there in this crowded
in an environment.
like, Jamaican
and we were
session.
kind of like off on the side. We weren't in the middle of like the party. We were kind of off in the back side. But whatever happens is the man stepped on me, and he was a tall guy. And I remember looking up at him and saying, you just stepped on me, right? And expecting him to respond and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I never noticed. He responds and says, you know where you are? And I was like, and he was like, yeah, you had a party. And I was like, so does that warrant you to like step on me? So I go into Lisa.
This is why I'm
Lisa
interjecting
mode, right?
though. Because the thing is, this is not exactly, Lisa's not remembering this entirely correct though.
Okay.
So this is the problem. So that happens, right? And that what Lisa's jumping to, she's fast forwarding past a part of it, which is I don't realize that this has happened, right? So I think he's just bouncing into her. So I try to go over to the other side, not knowing they've already had this like conversation and interaction.
No.
So yes, I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you what triggered you to go off on him. So I go over like and get in between and kind of do the whole man elbow kind of spread out thing.
Okay.
So dude was trying to now act tough with me, and I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to act tough. You clearly had an interaction
let me
with
interject.
my,
At that point, right? Now, okay, because I'm recalling this now. So now Dan has now put himself in between the two of us. And me, because of my mouth and how I'm like, oh no, you're going to hear my mouth. I'm there feeling like now you're putting me on mute. Right?
Yeah, which is something I keep saying, like, yo, when you tell somebody to calm down when they're hyped up, like, you should be able to still have your partner tell you, like, yo, chill, right? But when somebody tells you to calm down and do that in the middle of your like rage, it's not gonna help.
Remember that point.
But I don't know all of this like physical step on. I think it's like a bouncing thing. So I'm like, okay, let me do the body language kind of check thing. And I think I bounced into one of their people, but not like I didn't shoulder check. It wasn't an obnoxious like tit for tat. It was kind of like I'm standing my ground and they bounced into me. But unlike with Lisa, I'm not gonna give. So when they bounce into me, they kind of get like a little bit more like, yo, you hit into something more solid than that, right? So dude start doing some extra foolishness or whatever, right? And Lisa starts kind of getting into him, and I'm like, yo, chill, like, but I'm like, yo, calm down. I'm like, yo, Bridget, is nothing,
which is only hyping me more.
Yo, and she's kind of getting angry at me, but not realizing like, yo, you haven't explained to me the story is that this dude is doing more than bouncing on you. He stepped on you. He explained to him like, yo, my dude, you stepped on me. And yo, him taking it to the next level, like basically doubling down, like, so you're there a party. I never know none of this. I look like the a-hole now, telling the man like, dog, I know nothing. It's not. So what I grasp when it's too late is that no, he must think like I'm like punking out to him now, right? So him do some little like fake rah-rah tough guy thing to her while I'm trying to hold back Lisa. Nick is like, my boy Nick now is like, yo, what the F is going on,
which
right?
I'm like, yeah, because this is the first time. What's going on with Lisa?
This is
the first time
so
first time you going out? No, this is not the first time.
But like first time like maybe we've gone to like as a group with like Nick and whatever. So he's like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, yo, chill. You're not even giving me the chance to know what's up, right? So I'm not blaming Lisa for that, but like in retrospect, if I had known it had happened like that, there would have been a different vibe instead of trying to play like, oh, okay, we just bounced into each other, because that's initially what I thought happened. So I didn't really get why Lisa was as upset as... So dude made some kind of like stupid gesture behind my back and act like he was gonna act like... He must have said something that I didn't hear. Like, yo... Something like, yo, that's your man or something. Something to the extent of like, yo, I'll spit on you or some shit. And did like one of those kind of things behind my back. So that enrages Lisa, but we don't know that. So I'm like, yo, and I start kind of like pushing Lisa this way. Let's go over here. Let's get away from over there.
Mentally, I'm gone, yeah.
And but see, this is the thing, right? Like, rather than do that, this is where I'm like, yo, communicate.
But okay, so there was a point, a pivotal point, where then you caught up and caught grasp of what happened. I don't know.
But it was way too late, because by the time I started to do that, I wanted to go back over there. And you're like, no, don't.
Yes, and then at that point, but no, you said something to him. And then I explained kind of a little bit after. He said something to you.
No, I said to him, like, I said, yo, Bregin. He didn't say anything to me. He was just kind of staring at me like... But what I realized now, looking back, is he must have thought you told me what happened, and now I'm coming over there to check him. So when I come over and I'm like, yo, chill, bro, is nothing. He must think like, oh, this punking out now. So him turn up now and turn into super gangster mode. If you bump into a lady, bro, and she starts to wild on you, you don't need to go to the extreme with her.
With a woman, right? Yeah.
So, like, there's no physical contact. She didn't start wilding out until you decided to take it there. We all went to a party to have a good time. I never go to a party like, yo, I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. I wish
I'm ready to fight, right?
I'm ready to fight. I wish somebody would.
We
like,
knocking,
just
we
stay
bucking,
home.
we ready to fight. No.
No, like, yo, we went to go have a good time. And if you were trying to communicate, like, all right, sis, like, yo, calm down, it's a party, and she took that the wrong way, that would be different. But it was like you kind of doubled down on it. And the only thing I could say is the communication should have been better. Because if, like, I remember one time...
But there was something that he said to you that then now you turned and... You
because
ready
by
to
the
fight,
time when you got
happened.
hyped about it, then I heard something and I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I turned, I'm like, yo, bro, I told you to chill, right? I told you it's nothing. I told you to chill. She's getting hype, and then I hear you now agitating the situation when I'm trying to calm down the situation. So she don't, she doesn't need to get a hype.
Dan knows
but
that,
you
like, I'm usually
clearly
not
are
that,
now the problem.
Yeah.
Because if I had known what happened from the jump, I would have nudged Nick and have been like, yo, Nick, the brother, step on Lisa. Lisa said to him, yo, my guy, you stepped on my foot or whatever. And then him kind of tried to like double down and like, why I said you're a punk is because you like, why are you gonna do that with a female? Like, if I did that, like, okay, you're unnecessarily aggressive, but like, why would a woman tells you like, and the worst thing is, it's not like you disagree that you did it.
Yeah.
You're just like,
he was
so
he was okay with it. So, yes. So then it went from like me being enraged to Dan then being enraged, and then me being uncomfortable with the possible outcome, physical outcome that it felt like was going to happen. So when Dan was like, oh, no, let me fix this now, when I had a chance to kind of verbalize to him like exactly what happened, because he was still kind of
but
like...
But this is something that guys talk about too.
Again, peace, love, and happiness.
Love, I think it's one of a kind. There's something special about your love. I want it all the time. You will always be my inspiration.